Remember the time when we met and I used to be the one that overpacked?
I
adore you and love you, so it's all right.
Okay, but
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Akila and I'm a yoga teacher. So today we're coming up on the last final episodes of a mini series I'm doing for these journaling prompts for the new year. So if you missed the first couple episodes, I will be linking the first video here so you can see how I structure my journal and set everything up for that. So if you've been watching this series up until this point, you may notice that we've got a bit of a change of scenery. So today I'm coming to you from Canada. I'm in my parents' house here in Canada. Got my Tim Hortons. As you can tell, we're big fans of Christmas in this house. So with the new year approaching so rapidly today, I wanted to talk about a topic that I feel very passionately about and also is something that is going to be affecting a lot of people come January 1st. So today I wanted to talk about yoga for weight loss and why I don't personally teach it or market for yoga for weight loss. So once January hits, I think everybody can understand and appreciate that there is a lot of fitness advertisements. Everyone's trying to get you to try their workout plan or join their gym or whatever membership it is. They're trying to look to get you involved and get on your fitness journey because a lot of people do pursue fitness journeys in the new year. But I personally kind of feel like this can be really overwhelming in the month of January because there is this kind of flood of fitness advertisements and kind of diet culture all around us. There's kind of this shaming surrounding you probably didn't move that much during the holiday season because you were spending time with your family, you were eating good food, and there is kind of this bombarding from the fitness industry that on January 1st you have to kind of undo all that damage you've done to your body over the Christmas holiday. So I thought this would be a really good time to talk about this particular topic because I do have some strong opinions about it. So firstly, I'd like to start off by saying that when I first was getting into yoga myself, I did have some of these ideas in my head as well that yoga would help you lose weight and, you know, really thin and fit people did yoga. So if you were to do yoga, that would probably be the result. And sometimes that can be true, and sometimes it's not. So it depends largely on your genetics, it depends largely on your diet, it depends largely on other forms of movement you have in your lifestyle. So if you are a person who's looking to try yoga as a form of weight loss, what I will say is that it could help you lose weight, depending on your lifestyle and the other variables in your life. However, it's not guaranteed to make you lose weight. Also, in my own personal practice, I found that even though initially part of my goal was weight loss, as I progressed, I became a lot more interested in what I could gain from my yoga practice rather than what I could lose from it. And I really, truly encourage you, if you are going to try yoga, to come at it with that mindset as well. Because there is so much you can gain from yoga that's so much more interesting than what you might lose, which might be weight. So you could gain mindfulness, you could gain awareness, you could gain a better relationship with your body, you could gain a better mind-body connection, you could gain more control over your breathing, more control over your patience. There's all of these benefits to yoga that transcend any exercise regime. So today I wanted to take the prompts into kind of a deep dive into what your current relationship with movement is like and also just kind of bring a little bit of appreciation to your body for what it can do right now, and not what you want it to be, or how much smaller you want it to be, or how much more you want to be able to do. So the thing that I will say is that if you're a person who doesn't have a lot of movement in your lifestyle right now, maybe you don't move at all outside of just walking to the car, walking to the office, then introducing any type of movement and keeping everything else the same, you likely will lose weight. So I'm not saying that yoga is the magic pill to help you lose weight, and I'm not going to say that it's like a quick fix, or that it's going to snatch you in certain places of your body and give you the slimming effect in all the right places, because it's not going to do that. However, if you're a person who doesn't move ever, and you introduce movement into your life while keeping everything else the same, chances are you could lose weight. But also, if you're looking to do yoga as a form of your sole movement practice, and you're looking to develop strength or develop mobility, it can be really good to an extent, but I do not endorse yoga as your only form of movement. And I could get into a video where I tell you all about why I think that is, and the types of movement patterns that aren't included in a yoga practice that you should seek to find elsewhere in a different movement practice. I could do a whole video about that if there is a demand for it, so be sure to leave it in the comments below if you want me to do a video on the different movement patterns that yoga neglects, and where you can find them, or how you can incorporate them into your routine. So if you are interested in getting started in yoga this year, and you see that there's marketing for yoga for weight loss, it's not to say that it's impossible to lose weight with a yoga practice, but do be careful with some of the claims that are made by some of these teachers. Anything that's labeled as like detox or cleansing, or claiming to boost your metabolism or somehow be like a magic weight loss miracle, it's probably fake. Just like a lot of the other advertisements that are going to tell you they have a quick fix for your health and wellness. It's probably a whole lot of garbage. With all that being said, we're going to talk a little bit about the things that you can gain from yoga with these prompts today, instead of the things that you can lose. So let's get into them. So the first prompt that I have for you today is list a few things that you can do physically that you appreciate. So this is talking about things you can already do. So maybe it's that you walk your dog every morning and you feel like you're pretty fit, you can walk your dog every morning. Not everybody can do that. So try and think of some things that maybe you wouldn't think of that you're appreciative of in your everyday life, and just try and hone in on what it is that you can really physically do right now and why you appreciate it. And then prompt number 2 is, what are your favorite ways to move? So maybe you enjoy golf, or maybe you enjoy yoga, Pilates. Maybe you've tried a few different things that are not necessarily going to be considered your main workout of the week, but they're things that you enjoy that move your body that you like to do. All right, prompt number 3 I have is, do you find it difficult to find motivation to move in the colder season? So I know for me this is a big one. When it's darker earlier, when it's colder, I just want to snuggle up and I want to watch television or read my book, and I don't want to move, because there's something about that colder season that just kind of closes us off. And so if you feel that way as well, just write about that here. Or maybe you're a person who loves being outside in the cold. I do not concur. I do not agree with you, but to each their own. The next prompt I have is, do you sometimes feel pressure to eat specific foods or do specific workouts? So I know for me, a lot of the times when I was younger, I felt like certain workouts, if I sweat more, I felt like I got a better workout. Or if I worked out for longer, like if I didn't work out for a certain period of time, I didn't feel like it was enough. So, and then, you know, there's so much misinformation out there about what foods are good for us or what foods you should restrict, and that can be really confusing. So you might find yourself thinking certain foods are terrible and you don't want to go near them because you've heard from certain people online, or you've heard from people on television that it's not good for you, but that's not always the case. Next prompt I have is, list some ways you can find more joy in movement. So I know for me a big one was hiking more. It might not feel like a workout when you're outside and you're focused on the views, or you're, you know, not really in that mindset of like this exercise intention. It can just feel like, you know, another activity that you're doing, but you are moving your body, and that does benefit you in the long run. It doesn't always have to be something rigorous, or it doesn't always have to be with the intention of exercise. You can move your body in lots of different ways and find joy in it and actually move more in your life. The next prompt I have is, in your mind, what defines a good workout? So again, kind of going off of that idea, do you have this mindset of you have to get a good sweat in? Do you have a mindset of it has to be a certain time, or you have to be putting aside the intention of I'm going to do my workout now, and if I don't put aside that intention, it didn't count? Because sometimes you can get into that mindset as well, where you'll say to yourself, oh, I have to do this certain workout, it has to look this certain way, and you'll kind of dread it because you're forcing yourself into this box of this is the movement that is going to be a workout for me, or this is the movement that's going to burn the most calories, all that kind of stuff. And then we procrastinate that because we know we're not going to enjoy it, it's not going to be fun, and then you end up not doing it at all sometimes. So you might actually be better off just saying, you know, I would actually really enjoy taking my dog out for a walk, or calling up my friend and going for a walk together, or going on a hike, something that's not going to feel like as much work, but you could actually enjoy, and you're going to move more than you would if you just procrastinate doing your good workout and sit on the couch. All right, and the last prompt I have for you is kind of building off of that last one that I just mentioned, is list some ways you could incorporate more movement into your life without the forcefulness of the exercise mindset. So this could be things like I just mentioned, like going for a walk with your friends, or, you know, if you are a person that finds it hard to work out in the cold, is there an activity that's like ice skating or maybe skiing or something that you could start to enjoy using that to your advantage those winter months, and find something specific to those winter months that you can use for incorporating more movement into your life. So that's all that I have for you today. I hope everyone watching has a very happy holiday, whatever holiday it is that you celebrate. And I will see you next week for our last video in this series. So I hope everyone has a great holiday, and we'll chat to you again soon.